For more on the rise of the Wandering Earth, I'm joined by Christian Edwards. He's an associate global news editor at Business Insider and the first Australian invited to join the China National Theatre Company in Beijing. Thanks so much for joining us. So why do you...
Hey, Elaine, it's good to be here.
Why do you think The Wandering Earth has been such a hit with Chinese audiences?
Look, I was lucky enough to get down to Event Cinemas in Sydney last night and see it. And now I can say that I appreciate and understand the excitement. This really does announce China's entry into the sci-fi pantheon. It is a thrilling film. It's a really exciting epic, and it's on a scale that I don't think a lot of Western audiences or Chinese audiences would have seen before.
Was it the graphics, the story? What does this movie mean for Chinese sci-fi productions going forward? And can we see more like this?
Look, I really hope so. It's my understanding that that the special effects, and this is really a special effects dominated film, the special effects were maybe 3 parts domestic Chinese teams and maybe 1 part a US team. I'm not sure whether the US team was polishing the work by what was done domestically in China, but it is outstanding. And Hollywood has set a very high bar for special effects at the moment, and I'm really pleased to say that this is a great piece of special effects cinema. It's a triumph. It's really a triumph. It's dazzling to see, and you leave the cinema a little bit toasted. It's the shots of the Earth from out of space, the movement, the mise en scène, everything it's gold. I really enjoyed it.
So is this just the beginning?
Look, I hope so. What I like about Chinese cinema and what's always grabbed me is that the directors and cinematographers have been so creative with what they've got. And if they move into sci-fi, I think that genre offers so much in terms of space to be creative, but most importantly, I think space to talk about some of the core values in Chinese cinema. I love that Chinese cinema seems to speak a lot about home, about family values, about an egalitarian approach. You very rarely see the single hero charging off by himself, as we come to expect from Hollywood cinema, like, of course, superhero movies which define that, the lone soldier charging off and standing out. In Chinese cinema, it's about a kind of unity, and it's lovely to watch, and it comes through, I think, in this film as well, which isn't as strong on a lot of the I guess the more patriotic tones that we're used to in these kind of sci-fi blockbusters. It's quite low key. It's very well acted, and is it Wu Jing, the lead actor, certainly has star quality, as he's carried over from Wolf Warrior. He's certainly a star on the rise.
Christian, we know that China's box office broke its single-day record on the first day of the Year of the Pig. Is it becoming more popular to go to the movies with your family, with your friends, during the Spring Festival holiday period?
Look, I think it was. I think it has been. But when you add 10,000 new cinema screens, as I think China did last year, you are going to have more accessible access to cinema, and that's great. But the cinema itself has got to be top notch. It's got to be high quality, and I'm really pleased and hopeful that the Chinese cinema is really generating that. This year we've seen The Wandering Earth, which is definitely a groundbreaking film, and you've got the Crazy Alien, the third part of a very forward and adventurous comedy, which is terrific. But I'd also say that January was the smallest Chinese box office in maybe 4 or 5 years. Now that's due to the New Year holiday falling into February. And I think that's caught a lot of us off guard. I think we thought, oh no, look, Chinese cinema is having an off moment. And then bang, we come into this Lunar New Year period, and it's been mind-boggling. And I think that it's it is as significant for Chinese cinema as maybe Chang'e 4 landing on the dark side of the moon. It's a real game changer, I think, Elaine.
All right, Christian Edwards, thanks so much for joining us from Sydney. We appreciate it.